We're joined today by Tyler Vinson, CEO of REtokens, in a very exciting announcement that came recently. But before we dive in, Tyler, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Jason. How you doing?
Doing very, very well. You guys mentioned recently that you guys will be, you are tokenizing $30 million in real estate on the Polymesh blockchain. Before we dive into it, though, why don't you give us a quick overview on you and REtokens as a platform?
Yeah, absolutely. My name's Tyler Vinson. I'm the CEO of REtokens. REtokens is a real estate tokenization and investment management platform. So what we do is we tokenize real estate for third party, and we give them a software platform to manage their tokens, manage their investors, and a portal to plug into ATSs to participate in secondary market.
Very nice, very nice. We did a webinar with you guys on Security Token Prime, showing all the bells and whistles that you guys have on your platform and so forth. So for anyone watching that wants to learn a little more, go ahead and check that out. But in the meantime, like I said, you guys are tokenizing $30 million on Polymesh. How did you guys come across, these assets and this decision to do it specifically with Polymesh?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we decided to really make sure that we had the compliance side and the software side all dialed in before we really brought projects on. So most of these projects, we were actually talking to these folks for a while, and they found us. And so we are excited to roll out some of the marketing that we're going to do. But in all three cases, they found us, I believe, through our YouTube channel. Were all three of them. We post a lot of content, educational content on tokenization, real estate tokenization, and then specifically how it benefits real estate investors, both general partners and limited partners. And I think that's the part that really sparked their interest and made them choose REtokens, is because we do specialize in real estate and digital strategy for real estate.
Gotcha. And you mentioned there's about three of them. Are the $30 million split between the three evenly, or are some assets, a little bigger than the others? Can you explain a little bit more on the breakdown?
Yeah, no problem. The breakdown, about 20 million is allocated to an apartment building in Texas. $10 million is a multifamily fund for multifamily, and I believe storage in there as well. And then there's actually 4 total projects. The other 2 are smaller. One is a townhouse project, and the other is actually a church in Colorado. So I'm not sure if it's true, but I've been told it may be the first tokenized church in the U.S.
Honestly, I think you might be right. We'll verify, but I believe you're probably the first there, so that's exciting.
Yeah, yeah, it's a model they want to consider taking across the U.S. because there's various small churches that all use the same building, and so there's some ideas they have behind that.
Makes sense to me. And there's a lot that you guys shared on the Tokenize This panel that you guys were just on here in Miami. Are there any key takeaways maybe from that conference that you shared that maybe you want to reiterate to our audience watching the Security Token Show?
Yeah, so first of all, I want to say it was a great event. So if you haven't gone back and checked out the different panels and the speakers from that, it was phenomenal content. It really gave a full spectrum look at the world of tokenization. I primarily live in the real estate world of that, or the real estate note world. There's a preview of coming attractions, but this really covered the scope, which gets into the different technological aspects. For me, selfishly, the biggest takeaway was there's additional liquidity pathways than just maybe a digital ATS like we were thinking. We talked to a gentleman there, Gabriel actually was another speaker, and for some of our Reg S stuff that we're working on, he showed us what he's working on for different liquidity pathways and out of country token buyers or out of US token buyers. And then another gentleman on your panel, they have a P2P infrastructure they've set up with liquidity pools. And those are kind of different ideas that we've since brought back, and not only are looking at potentially working with both of those groups, but it gave us ideas for liquidity pathways for secondary trading besides just plugging in to an ATS, because as everybody knows, the secondary trading is not a robust, flourishing marketplace yet, but that's something that we're very focused on spearheading and that we're building out right now. So for me, that was one of the biggest takeaways.
Very nice. And I know you guys, again, from the webinar on STP, you guys have built, a platform that really helps the issuer go through this process. But to your point, liquidity is also something that needs to be taken into account. So with all that said, I do want to ask, what's next for REtokens? What's in your pipeline? What future plans can we expect to kind of see in the headlines moving forward?
Yeah, absolutely. As you mentioned, we have that primary issuance platform with the tokenization. And so we actually expect at least 30 million in contracts, and actually probably more to come in June as well. One of those I kind of alluded to earlier is a fund to make residential loans, residential short-term loans. So that part will be a first for us, as well as some cool pieces of real estate, both established real estate and development real estate. So should be a pretty big month next month. One thing we're really excited about that we're getting towards the tail end of is some tech. Basically, it's going to be a portal on REtokens that allows issuers in a low friction manner to actually trade on a digital ATS. There's a couple of digital ATSs we're talking with, one of them that we're building on. But there's one reason you don't see a lot of trading on digital ATSs for security tokens is there's a lot of friction there. You've got transfer agents, and you've got custodial, and then you've got settlement, and all these different pieces where we're building the tech to make a lot of that automated and programmatic and integrated with transfer agents, custodians, ATS for settlement, and all of that. So it really will just be a few clicks of the button for somebody to go from primary issuance, once their security is seasoned, into trading into a secondary marketplace. And I think that's going to be a significant change for the real estate tokenization industry. A lot of what we see out there are these primary issuances or capital raises, but now we'll start targeting and bringing board a lot of seasoned securities. So these are projects that are more traditional Reg D 506Cs, things like that have been established for more than 12 months, or a lockup period, which is required before you can trade secondary. And those will be able to come aboard and, with some amendments to their current legal docs, pass straight through to the secondary market and start trading. So by Q3, we expect to have some throughput on a secondary marketplace trading real estate security tokens.
Wow, that's really exciting. So it sounds like next month into Q3, we'll definitely bring you back on the show because we want to learn more as those announcements come out and so forth. And of course, once they start trading on secondaries, we'll definitely want to track them on stm.co as well. So yeah. With all that said, Tyler, how can people get in touch with you with REtokens if they want to explore your platform, learn about how to tokenize real estate, whether they're an asset owner, or if they want to invest into any assets hosted on REtokens?
Yeah, absolutely. Within the next 30 days or so, we should have this 30 million in assets available to invest in for accredited investors. And you'll just be able to go to retokens.com and click the investment opportunity button to learn more about us and get content on what we're putting out, our newest information. You can either go to our YouTube channel by searching @REtokens, or we're on LinkedIn. Both myself and REtokens have a pretty strong presence on LinkedIn, and any of those avenues will get you to our newsletter, which I would highly recommend. We put that out every week.
Fantastic. Well, I get the newsletter myself, so it's definitely a good read. Anyone else that's looking to look into these assets, go ahead and subscribe and follow them. Of course, get in contact with Tyler and the team as more and more assets come on chain, especially on their platform. Tyler, I appreciate you coming on and sharing your insights. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Jason. Always a pleasure to talk with you guys.